How were I didn't have any power outages. How did you do, Zia?
No, none for me either. But apparently that's, as Rock says in the chat, my family in New Jersey has to have generators because the power always goes out. They're prepared. Yeah, they were talking about how we're going to lose power all over New Jersey, and we haven't luckily lost any power yet. That would really suck. So hopefully we don't. But so far, so good. I did, however, last night see my very first Fireflies ever.
Nice.
Ever. My first Fireflies. It was so exciting.
I don't know anyone who would ever be excited to see a firefly. Maybe a 2-year-old.
They're fairies, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Okay.
Eric, I was upstate last week, and I saw fireflies, and I grew up with fireflies, and I was like, oh, cool, look at all the fireflies. Like, it's fucking cool seeing fireflies. I fucking love seeing fireflies. I don't care how old I get. I don't give a shit. I like seeing fireflies. And I go, ooh, that one's blinking fast. That one's blinking slow. That one's bat got him. That one's going like this. And then, like, you walk through a field and you see your green footprints because of the massacre of just walking through them, and you didn't realize,
I didn't even know that fireflies, I didn't even know that they blinked. I thought, because the way they're portrayed in like movies and like cartoons and stuff like that, is that they're always on. I didn't know that they blink.
Yeah, they
they like pulse. And so Nick's like, do you want to take the trash out with me? I was like, not really. He's like, we can see fireflies. I was like, fireflies? So I ran outside and we like took the trash out and spent some time walking around out in like because our complex is really big, and we like looking at all the different areas, and we found them mostly in the woods, and it's just cool because it's just like light. And then when you look closer into the trees, it's like light. It's so cool.
They don't have fireflies out on Los Angeles?
No.
I've
never seen them out there.
They just have forest fireflies.
Yes.
That's pretty funny. That might be the show title. What were you saying before the show, that they blink different depending on the location?
So this is something that I noticed. So I grew up with Eric out on Long Island, and I noticed that growing up on Long Island,
just talking about, okay,
the fireflies blink differently. So like, I noticed the ones on Long Island, like they have like this slow glow and then disappear. Like they'll like light up and then slowly go away. Light up, slowly go away. The ones upstate on my friend's land blink 5 times fast. They go bing, 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 and then they stop. And then they'll do it like 5 times fast. So I don't know if it's just different ages. They have different blinking patterns. I don't know if they're trying to signal for different things. I don't know if like they're like, hey man, do you got weed? And the other one's like, no, all I got is Molly. It's like, oh shit, well then flash like this, not like this. And then like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're saying to each other. I don't know why they flash differently, but I have noticed a variation in flashes, seeing them in different places. If anyone out there in the chat knows anything about fireflies, other than you can't eat them.
Well, no surprise Phil does, because anytime we talk about anything, Phil's like National Geographic. Well, essentially, there's 18 different species of that fish you're talking about. No, I had no idea.
Well, that's good. We need that person here, Eric, because we clearly don't know.
Exactly.
Like, I'm asking into the ether. I'm like, how many fireflies? Cat that lives on my porch. And it's like, please let me in.
Because
like,
as you were saying it, Phil posted, there are many species of fireflies. I'm like, that is a very Phil statement.
Well, I mean, I think fireflies are they like related to beetles, and beetles have like the most variations of species. Like, I think there's like 2 million species of beetles or something like that. Blue fireflies in Tennessee.
What?
All right, we have to take a road trip to do the show from Tennessee, Eric.
Okay.
In the middle of the woods where there's blue fireflies everywhere.
Yeah.
So we capture some fireflies up here, and we bring them down there, and then release them to the blue fireflies, and just let them fight it out. Oh,
no, they mate.
And they make green fireflies.
Make green fireflies, exactly.
I think that would start some sort of crazy turf war between them, actually. I think that's what would happen.
It would be like when it's like introducing Japanese hornets to an area that they're not native from. Imagine just all the yellow fireflies just devour the blue fireflies, and then we just ruin the whole ecosystem.
Well, I'm just picturing being out in a field in Tennessee, bringing a bunch of like the fireflies from up here down there where they have the blue ones and we got like the yellow ones. And it just looks like a Star Wars space battle of just different colors lighting up in the space sky background. Like, it sounds kind of awesome, actually.
We could make a movie and put sound effects.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 yes.
Or just high voltage electricity sound effects. Like, wow, this is fucked up. I'm glad I don't live near where the blue fireflies are. Listen to all that voltage.
Maybe the blue ones are Crips.
And the yellow ones are what? M13.
Where's the red ones? We need the bloods.
No, the red ones would be M13.
No, the red ones would be the bloods.
I don't know.
MD 2020.
The yellow ones would be the Ps.
I had no idea that there were different Firefly colors. Somebody was saying that they may blink differently based on temperature in the locations. I just knew I knew people who used to capture them in like girls usually did this, capture them in jars.
I did that, Eric. Eric, everything you're describing, you're basically saying I grew up as a little girl, and that's not true, Eric. I liked catching fireflies. I put them in jars.
Okay.
I put a stick in there.
Well,
so
I grew
it was
up with a lot of girls, so I just knew them doing that.
I want to catch them in jars.
Or when they would die, like you get the sadistic ones that would kill them and then go, look, you kill them and then whatever the firefly goo is would streak across the lawn or the driveway or something and you would sit there and look to see how long it would stay glowing before it finally went out.
Yeah, if you did like this foot stomping motion, you could like smear them like a fucking like hit by a bus on the side of the road. Like when you see like a deer hit by the road and it has the trail of red, it's like that but with green and it kind of glows like predator blood and it just keeps like lighting up. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
You stomp on it and like, you will not live. And then big yellow streaks going down like fucking Doc Brown's DeLorean at 88 miles an hour.
Well, Old Dirty said he said like releasing the Firefly would be like releasing a frog in Australia, which is actually a true story in one of the best Simpsons episodes. But I would say that I've seen videos of frogs eating fireflies and their belly lights up, and it's pretty cool.
Nice. You mean Chazwazzers?
What?
Yeah, they're called Chazwazzers. Yes, yeah. And their bellies light up because the thing is blinking in there. It's like maybe someone will let me out.
Ew. Phil said my wife's dad would draw the glow stuff on his teeth and make his teeth glow.
That can't be good for you.
No, better than toothpaste.
Ugh.
Fireflies are nature's toothpaste, Eric. Do you not remember this from school?
Fruit is nature's candy. Fireflies are nature's toothpaste. I think you're making all of this up.
Nope.
I love Zia's moments of childlike wonder when
Great.
Exciting.
like 20 years past when she should have discovered these things. They didn't have fireflies in Hawaii. She ran away.
She just went to chase fireflies, Eric. See what you did?
Did you go after fireflies?
No fireflies in Hawaii. No, Nick wasn't wearing a shirt.
So what? You had to go catch a glimpse?
Yeah, I had to stare at him.
Ew.
No, there's no fireflies in Hawaii either.
That's weird. You're in a tropical climate. You should have them, but you don't.
Nope. We did have a lot of big cane toads, though. That was a thing.
How
but
big?
I don't see like.
Jesus Christ.
That's pretty big.
Big. We used to hit them with golf clubs out of the little yard.
Jesus.
Like to see how far they'd go, or just because they existed?
Well, to get them out of the yard.
Oh, okay.
They were poisonous.
Well, I mean, I feel like that would
them.
get them all over the yard. Like, I don't think that would get them out of the yard. I feel like that would...
You whack them across the street.
If you walked out at your door and you just saw them all, and they're not even, do they ribbit or like croak or anything?
When you hit them with the golf club,
yeah, they must have.
All right, but if they're good one. So if they're sitting there, like you just walk out and your whole lawn is just full of them, and they're staring at you, I'd be terrified. I'm like, all right, I'm living in a horror movie.
It's not good, and they're also poisonous. So dogs, I had my stepmom, my Auntie Becky had when I lived with her. She had a dog named Patches, and it got addicted to licking the toads because it would get you high, but she would also have seizures, and ultimately it killed her. Like she couldn't, because you can't not have a dog in the yard, and those fucking toads are everywhere.
Yeah,
it's just a shitty situation.
Yeah, drug addictions are hard.
Yeah.
And
you get addicted to licking toads. I'm not licking toads.
Of all the shit that Zia did growing up and you weren't licking toads?
I wasn't licking toads, I know. Who'd have thunk it?
That's where your line was for as far as substance abuse and everything else?
Yeah, I was licking toes, but not toads.
That's disgusting.